Please welcome to the stage the Atlantic's Patrick Garrigan.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Wow, we are so delighted to be here and so delighted to see all of you. Thank you so much for building this into your day. We are overjoyed to have you here. And we were glad to be returning back to Minneapolis. This is our second time here in town this year for this very important event, Informed, the new era of local news. This evening, we'll explore what the future holds for one of the most important pillars of our democracy, the free press. As a personal side, growing up, my father was a local radio journalist, and whether it was watching him in the studio or seeing him on the street talking to folks in our small town of Marion, Ohio, I got this incredible appreciation for the responsibility that local journalists feel to their communities, and reciprocally, the spirit that this work inspired within the community itself. Journalists have a critical role to play in our society, keeping citizens informed, shining a light on harmful corruption, and asking tough questions of our elected leaders. But many news organizations, especially local ones, are in a fight for their future. They're forced to develop new business strategies to stay in the black. They're battling the onslaught of misinformation from unreliable sources online, and often they're struggling to represent the entirety of our diversifying and complex communities. Tonight, we'll hear about all of these challenges, but more importantly, we'll talk with the local leaders who are coming up with solutions. Additionally, we've got a great group here in the audience. Again, we are delighted to have you all here. Just looking around, you are surrounded by local journalists, producers, show hosts, community leaders, professors, students, and so much more. So I encourage you, whether it's during kind of breaks in between sessions or at the reception afterwards, to take a moment and introduce yourself to the person next to you. You really are surrounded by incredible company. We're delighted to have you all here. Over the course of the next conversation, we will leave time for your questions. Additionally, we want you to participate in the conversation online. We are on Twitter using the handle @AtlanticLIVE and across all social channels using the platform hashtag Atlantic Informed. Again, that's hashtag Atlantic Informed. As I mentioned, we'll leave time at the end of this session and all the sessions. Incredibly important that we get your questions, so be sure to raise your hand up high and our team will bring a microphone over to you. So before I introduce our first conversation tonight, I want to take a moment to recognize Google News Initiative for supporting tonight's journalism. Additionally, I want to thank our partners, the Star Tribune, for their collaboration on this event. Let's take a moment to give them a quick round of applause. To that end, what better way to start an event on local news in Minneapolis than an interview with Mike Klingensmith. He is the publisher and CEO of the Star Tribune Media Company, which owns the largest newspaper in Minnesota. And here to lead the conversation is Atlantic staff writer Derek Thompson. Derek, the floor is yours.